Hey guys, this is Tom with The Verge, and I'm at Microsoft headquarters checking out two new Surface devices that have been shrunk down in size. Now the first one up is the Surface Pro 12-inch, and it's very similar to the Surface Pro 11 that Microsoft introduced last year. It's a Copilot Plus PC, but it's a lot smaller. Now this time around it is a device that is 12-inch on the actual display, and Microsoft has basically rounded off the corners. The bezels are kind of more uniformed around the device now, and they've done some interesting changes to the actual keyboard now. So like with the Surface Pro 11, they had the type cover that kind of snapped onto the display and it was a little bit angled. This one is a lot flatter, so there's no angle to it, so it should be a little bit better on the lap. We'll have to obviously test that. Yeah, I don't know which one I prefer. I'm torn. But in terms of the actual keyboard as well, Microsoft has ditched Alcantara on the area where your palm rests, but on the outside of the actual type cover, there's still that Alcantara soft material. Oh. Is it just keyboard now? Ah. I've just been informed it's not a type cover anymore, it's a keyboard now. So simplifications all around. What you will notice here as well is that there's a new color scheme for these new Surface devices. So this is the violet color. It's going to ship also in the platinum, so the regular silver color, and there's an ocean color, which is kind of like a more racing green color, I would say. In terms of the actual kickstand, obviously this has been with the Surface for a decade now. Not many changes here, it's pretty much the same, but what you will notice is when you peel the kickstand all the way back, there's no removable storage here, so you're not going to be able to easily be able to swap out an SSD here like you can on the regular Surface Pro. Other than the fact that it's obviously a smaller Surface Pro, at the rear of the device, Microsoft's actually moved the camera into the corner now, so you can use it in portrait mode if you really want to take photos that way. You'll also notice that the Surface Pen has been moved from the type cover to the rear of the device, and it snaps into place. Now, Microsoft's done a bunch of testing just to make sure that this isn't going to just sort of peel off when you put it in a bag or anything like that, and it does feel pretty rigid and magnetically attaches and charges at the back here. In terms of ports, you will notice that the two USB-C ports are still here, but Microsoft has actually removed the Surface Connect port that you use for the magnetic charging, so that's gone. That could be a sign that we're going to see that port go from future Surface devices as well, but we'll have to say, but it's definitely gone from these ones. In terms of specs on the Surface Pro 12-inch, it's going to have the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Plus chip in, so similar to sort of the base model of the Surface Pro 11 from last year. You're going to have 16 gig of RAM on the base model and 256 gig of storage. In terms of battery life, it's roughly around about 12 hours. We're still waiting for some final testing from Microsoft's numbers on that one, but that's for like web browsing. You should probably run pretty well with this sort of battery life on this device. One big difference between the Surface Pro 11 last year, the larger model, shall we say, and this Surface Pro 12-inch is that this one is actually fanless, so you're not going to get the sort of like venting that you see around the device. It's like a much cleaner look, but it's also going to mean that the fan's never going to spin up because it's not even there. The second device that Microsoft is introducing is the Surface Laptop 13-inch. So like the name implies, it's got a 13-inch display, and again, like the Pro, it's kind of shrunken down in size. Think of this as kind of like the spiritual successor to the Surface Laptop Go, in the same way that the Surface Pro 12-inch is the spiritual successor to the Surface Go. With this one actually does still have a fan inside. Microsoft is using the Qualcomm X Plus chip inside. You've got 16 gig of RAM and 256 gig of storage. In terms of the actual design of the Surface Laptop 13-inch, is very similar to the Surface Laptop 7 that we saw last year. The one thing that Microsoft has changed with this device is that the Windows Hello camera isn't there anymore, so you're going to have to use the fingerprint reader on the actual keyboard here, which is on the power button. So that's how you'll basically log into it. And on the Surface Laptop 13-inch, you notice you've still got the two USB-C ports and the USB-A port and the headphone jack, but gone again is the Surface Connect charging port, so you will need to charge this device over USB-C. In terms of battery life, it's looking like it's going to be between sort of 16 to 17 hours, running sort of like the web test that Microsoft does. So again, you're going to get some pretty good battery life out of this Copilot Plus PC. And obviously the main thing about these two new devices is that they join the Copilot Plus PC initiative that Microsoft kind of kicked off last year with its Surface devices. And it basically lights up a bunch of AI experiences in Windows. Now, one of the main ones is Recall, which takes snapshots of what you're doing on your PC, and you can sort of like recall what you're doing from a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And there's a timeline that you can scrub through and you can search and all that sort of stuff. It also improves Windows search. So say you've got a photo with some text in it, you can search for that text. And it also lights up a bunch of other AI-powered features inside of Paint and all that sort of stuff. All of that is thanks to Qualcomm's chipset inside these devices, because it has an NPU which lights up all of these AI experiences in Windows.
Okay, I'm back home from Microsoft headquarters, where at the time, pricing and availability wasn't finalized, but we have it now. The Surface Pro 12-inch will be priced starting at $799, but you'll have to purchase the keyboard on top for $149. Unfortunately, older keyboards won't work with this smaller Surface Pro. The Surface Laptop 13-inch will be priced starting at $899, and both of these new models will be available on May 20th for consumers, with businesses able to purchase them in July. Both of these new devices represent a new era for Surface at Microsoft, after the departure of former Surface chief Panos Panay in 2023. Outside of this push towards Windows on ARM or AI features through Copilot Plus PCs, I'm still not sure exactly when Microsoft will start experimenting with wacky new Surface hardware again. Microsoft has done some truly innovative hardware design over the past decade, including the Surface Book that surprised everyone with its detachable display, or the Surface Studio with a unique floating hinge. But these smaller Surface devices, well, they're more of a safe bet on shrinking down the size of these popular models, rather than anything radically new. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm still eager to see if Microsoft is still willing to make a big bet on what's next for PC hardware. Okay, thanks for watching right until the very end. I also write a newsletter called Notepad that's all about Microsoft and its big bets on AI, gaming, Windows, Surface, and everything else. The best way to get access to that is to subscribe to TheVerge.com, where you'll also get access to our other newsletters, bonus features on the website, and it's just the very best way to support our journalism.